Believe it or not, room 204 is the best. Just take a look at what we do. We have 19 wonderful brains. We are the best. Believe it or not, we're the best. 204 interview show, starring Selma and Jordan. Today's guest is Mr. Pearce. Only for a live audience.
Good morning. Welcome to the Room 204 interview show.
Today's guest is Mr. Pearce. He is a supply teacher at our school.
What do you like to do at home? Why?
Jordan, nice to meet you. Nice to see you again. What do I like to do at home? Well, typically when I get home after a hard day's work of teaching, I go home, walk my dog, as long as I can on nice days, and of course shorter walks on wintry, cold days. So that's what I like to do. Walk my dog, have a cup of tea, relax, eat dinner, read books, watch sports. And is that a good enough answer for you, Jordan? Thanks, honey.
What is your favorite sport? Why?
Ooh, that's a difficult question. I like so many sports, Selma. I would say for viewing or watching on TV, I'm going to say baseball. And for participating, I'm going to say, well, I really like tennis, golf, baseball as well. I really like all sports. Thanks, Selma. Good question.
Where were you born? When is your birthday? How old are you?
Oh dear, Jordan. Okay. Let's think. I was born in another country far, far away called England. Cambridge, England, Jordan. In the 60s. What was the last part of your question?
How old are you?
Well, I'm not going to say I'm from the dinosaur times, but I'm up there. I'm in my 50s. 54 to be exact.
What is your favorite fruit? Why?
Well, my favorite food is a food I cannot eat that often because I'll be 300 pounds. It's pizza, thick crust pepperoni pizza with double cheese, Selma. So because it's my favorite food, I have to avoid it. I'll be eating it every day. These are tough questions, guys. Come on, give me a break.
What was your favorite toy when you were a child? Why did you like it?
Well, my favorite toy as a child, well, probably wasn't a toy. I'm going to say, because I grew up in England, it would be a soccer ball. I love playing soccer. I guess on rainy days we played with something called Meccano. It's like Lego a little bit, but it's metal, and you could build things, build tractors and cars and trucks with it. That was probably something I used to play with as a child. Good question, Jordan.
What is your favorite children's book? Why is it your favorite?
That's a very good question, too. There's so many. Like, well, Where the Wild Things Are is very good. I like that one. I really enjoy reading to children when I come to school, so I particularly enjoy Charlotte's Web. It has such good insights in that book, and the Giant Peach book is good. Is it George and the Giant Peach? I think it's George and the Giant. Is it, Miss Rawlinson? James and the Giant Peach. That's a great one. Just recently I read Frank the Young Architect to some children. That was a great book, because I've always wanted to be an architect. Those are just a few good books. And all the Zeus books are good. But they're very hard to read sometimes because they have tiny words.
If you had $1 million, what would you do? Why?
Ooh, well, if I had $1 million, being a father of 2 children who have mortgages, and I would probably give a third of the money to my son, a third to my daughter, and I'd keep a third for myself to go traveling with my little dog. Thanks, Jordan.
What was your favorite thing to learn at school? Why?
Well, I'm going to have to say math. I love math. Math was well taught when I went to school. Found it very interesting. And I like math. I could say, gym and art and drama and music, but really I love math. Math was my favorite subject in school.
Why did you become a teacher?
Ooh. Well, I became a teacher later on in life, and I was, before a teacher, had a little health food store and was a carpenter. But every time children came to my store, or I worked in houses with little children, I realized I loved their company and I enjoyed being with children and instructing children and imparting my knowledge to children. So it's my third career and I really enjoy it. Thanks, Jordan.
What do you like about your job? Why?
Well, my job particularly is supply teaching, which means I get to go from school to school, class to class, room to room, and I just meet so many wonderful children. So my job shouldn't even get paid for what I do. It's so wonderful. Thank you.
What don't you like about your job? Why?
I can't say I don't like anything about my job. Everything's great. The only thing I find lately is some children are restless in the classroom, and they sometimes forget the basic classroom rules. But there's nothing I don't like about my job, Jordan. I'm just so happy to do what I do.
What is your favorite song? Why?
Well, obviously the national anthem of our country. I hear it every day, and the words are so important and mean a lot to me. So that would be, honestly, one of my favorite songs.
Thank you for being on our show.
What? That's it? Oh.
Join us next time for another interview on the Room 204 interview show.
Thank you, Solomon. Thank you, Jordan. Should we do a take 2 now?